Elon Musk, the billionaire known for transforming industries with Tesla and SpaceX, has always been a man of mystery when it comes to his personal life. While the world watches his every move in business, his emotions and private matters remain largely hidden. That's why his latest confession at 53 has shocked many. In an unexpected revelation, Musk has opened up about the true love of his life. This revelation has sparked curiosity, speculation, and even debate. Who is this person who has held such a special place in his heart for years? Fans have always been fascinated by Musk's relationships, but this time the answer was more surprising than anyone could have expected. Elon Musk is not just a businessman. He is an inventor, a thinker, and someone who constantly pushes boundaries. His life is filled with incredible achievements. From electric cars to space travel, he has revolutionized technology. However, despite his many accomplishments, love has remained a complex subject in his life. His romantic history has often been overshadowed by his work, and many believed that Musk's one true love was not a person, but his mission to change the world. He has spent decades building futuristic technology, launching rockets, and creating artificial intelligence. Could it be possible that his greatest love was one of his own creations? Or was there truly someone who had captured his heart in a way no one else had? For years, Musk's relationships have made headlines, but he has never been the type to talk much about his feelings. His love life has been filled with high-profile romances, yet his deeper emotions remained a mystery. He has been married multiple times and has dated some of the most well-known women in the world. But no relationship seemed to last long enough to be called his forever love. His busy lifestyle, obsession with work, and relentless drive for innovation always seemed to take priority. Many assumed that Musk simply wasn't made for deep, lasting love. However, his recent confession has changed that perception. For the first time, Musk has admitted to having a true love, someone who stood out above all the others. The revelation was particularly shocking because Musk has always been careful to keep his personal affairs separate from his work. He rarely discusses his emotions publicly. While his businesses dominate news headlines, his relationships often remain in the background. When he does open up about his personal life, it usually causes a wave of interest because it is so rare. Musk has built his reputation as a man who values science, logic, and innovation above all else. Yet, his confession reveals a side of him that many have never seen before, a man capable of deep emotions and strong attachments. When people first heard about Musk's confession, speculation ran wild. Some believed he was talking about his children. Musk has always been a devoted father, and he has spoken publicly about his deep love for them. He often keeps his kids away from the media, protecting their privacy at all costs. Could his confession have been about his role as a father? Others speculated that his greatest love was one of his ambitious projects. He has frequently said that his work is personal to him. SpaceX, Tesla, Neuralink, and the Boring Company have become his life's work, and he often talks about them as if they are an extension of himself. He has dedicated his entire existence to these projects, pouring in his time, energy, and resources. It would not have been surprising if Musk had admitted that his greatest love was his mission to change the world. However, this time, his confession was not about work, or even his children. Musk was talking about a person, someone who had a unique impact on his life. This revelation was different from anything he had said before. It was deeply personal and completely unexpected. Fans began to analyze every detail of his past relationships, trying to guess who Musk was referring to. Would it be an ex-wife? A past girlfriend? Or was there someone new in his life that the world didn't know about? Musk's relationships have always been intriguing to the public. He has been linked to high-profile women, including Hollywood actresses, musicians, and businesswomen. His first marriage was to Justine Wilson, a Canadian author. The two met while studying at the University of Pennsylvania and eventually got married in 2000. Their relationship started with promise, and they built a family together. They had 6 children, but their happiness was overshadowed by tragedy when their firstborn, Nevada, passed away from sudden infant death syndrome, CDS, at just 10 weeks old. The loss of their child deeply affected their relationship. Over time, they struggled to maintain their marriage, and by 2008, they divorced. It was a painful chapter in Musk's life, but it shaped his perspective on relationships and personal connections. After his divorce from Justine, Musk found love again with British actress Talulah Riley. Their romance was anything but ordinary. They first got married in 2010, divorced in 2012, then remarried in 2013, only to separate once again in 2016. Their relationship was full of ups and downs, but one thing remained clear. There was a deep emotional bond between them. Even after their final divorce, Riley has spoken highly of Musk, describing him as an important person in her life. Musk, in turn, has expressed admiration and respect for her. Then there was his relationship with musician Claire Boucher, better known as Grimes. This was perhaps his most unconventional romance. Musk, the billionaire tech mogul, and Grimes, the avant-garde musician, seemed like an unlikely pair. Yet they found common ground in their love for technology, creativity, and pushing boundaries. Their relationship made headlines when they welcomed their son, XAE12, in 2020, a name that sparked endless discussions online. However, despite their shared passion for futuristic ideas, their relationship eventually came to an end. They continued to co-parent their child and remained on good terms, but it was clear that their romantic connection had faded over time. Through all these relationships, one thing became clear. Musk's true love story was not simple. He was not the kind of person to settle down easily, and his work always seemed to take priority over personal relationships. Many of his past partners struggled with the fact that he was constantly busy, often working late into the night and traveling for business. Maintaining a relationship with someone like Musk was never easy. He once admitted that he hates being alone and craves deep emotional connections, yet his lifestyle made it difficult to sustain them. Now, at 53, Musk's confession has given the world a new glimpse into his heart. After years of speculation, he has finally revealed the love of his life. The answer, however, was not what most people expected. Instead of a new romance or a world-famous celebrity, the person who still holds a special place in his heart is someone from his past. It was someone who had been with him through some of the most challenging moments of his career. Someone who had seen him at his best and his worst. This confession is more than just a love story. It is a reflection of Musk's journey as a person. It shows that even the most successful people struggle with love and relationships. Despite his many achievements, Musk's personal life has been just as complex and emotional as anyone else's. His revelation reminds us that no matter how much success a person achieves, love and human connection remain some of the most important aspects of life. As the world reacts to Musk's surprising admission, one question remains: why now? Why, after all these years, did he choose to reveal the true love of his life? What made him reflect on his past and speak so openly about his emotions? To understand the full story, we must take a deeper look at the person who captured Musk's heart, and why, after everything, he still considers them the one who mattered most. Elon Musk's journey through love has been just as complex and unpredictable as his career. While he is widely known for his groundbreaking work in technology, his personal life has often been the subject of fascination and speculation. Despite being one of the most successful entrepreneurs in the world, Musk has struggled with maintaining long-term relationships, often caught between his ambition and his need for deep emotional connections. His love life has been a mix of passion, heartbreak, and reconciliation, making it one of the most intriguing aspects of his personal story. His recent confession about the love of his life has led many to revisit his romantic history, trying to understand what went wrong and why one woman, in particular, still holds a special place in his heart. Musk's first marriage was to Canadian author Justine Wilson, whom he met while studying at the University of Pennsylvania. Their relationship started as a college romance, with Musk being persistent in his pursuit of Justine. Eventually, they got married in 2000 and built a life together. Their marriage seemed promising, and they soon became parents. However, their happiness was shattered when their first child, Nevada, died of sudden infant death syndrome, SIDS, at just 10 weeks old. Losing a child is one of the most painful experiences any parent can endure, and for Musk and Justine, it marked the beginning of cracks in their relationship. The grief and emotional weight of such a tragedy were overwhelming, and over time, it became clear that their marriage was struggling. They had 5 more children together through IVF, but the connection between them had changed. Justine later revealed that she felt more like an employee in Musk's life rather than a true partner, as his focus increasingly shifted towards his growing business empire. Their marriage ended in divorce in 2008, and while it was a painful separation, Musk moved on rather quickly. Not long after his divorce from Justine, Musk found love again with British actress Talulah Riley. Their relationship was nothing short of a roller coaster, filled with intense passion and equally intense struggles. They first met in 2008, shortly after Musk's first marriage ended. He was immediately drawn to Riley's intelligence and charm. At the time, Musk was going through one of the most difficult periods of his career. Both Tesla and SpaceX were on the verge of bankruptcy. Despite the chaos surrounding his businesses, Musk fell deeply in love with Riley, and they got married in 2010. For a while, it seemed like they had found true happiness. Riley was supportive of Musk, standing by him as he fought to keep his companies afloat. She provided him with emotional support, something he desperately needed as he faced financial crises and the pressure of keeping his ambitious dreams alive. However, the very thing that made Musk successful, his relentless work ethic, also became a source of tension in their marriage. His long hours, constant focus on business, and the demands of his companies made it difficult for him to fully commit to their relationship. By 2012, the cracks in their marriage had deepened, and Musk filed for divorce. The separation was painful for both of them, but surprisingly, their story didn't end there. In 2013, just a year after their divorce, Musk and Riley reconciled and decided to give their love another chance. They remarried, showing the world that their connection was strong enough to overcome even the biggest challenges. However, despite their efforts, their second attempt at marriage faced the same struggles as before. Musk's work consumed most of his time, and Riley, though understanding of his ambitions, found herself in a difficult position. She loved Musk, but being married to someone who was constantly working, traveling, and focused on building a future for humanity was not easy. By 2016, they decided to part ways once again, this time for good. Their second divorce marked the end of their romantic relationship, but their bond remained intact. Unlike many celebrity divorces filled with bitterness and legal battles, Musk and Riley ended things on good terms. They continued to speak highly of each other, and Musk later admitted that Riley was one of the most important people in his life. After his relationship with Riley ended, Musk found love again, this time with Canadian musician Claire Boucher, known professionally as Grimes. Their romance was one of the most unexpected in Musk's love life, as they came from completely different worlds. Musk, the billionaire tech mogul, and Grimes, the experimental musician, seemed like an unlikely match. However, their shared interest in futuristic ideas, artificial intelligence, and creativity brought them together. They made their first public appearance as a couple at the 2018 Met Gala, instantly sparking media attention. The relationship fascinated the public, as Musk and Grimes seemed to complement each other despite their differences. Grimes embraced Musk's eccentric personality, while Musk admired her intelligence and artistic vision. Their relationship became even more intriguing when they announced the birth of their son, XAE-12, in 2020. The unusual name choice made headlines worldwide, further cementing their place as one of the most talked-about celebrity couples. However, like Musk's previous relationships, his romance with Grimes faced significant challenges. Their busy schedules, Musk's constant involvement in his companies, and the unique nature of their relationship made it difficult to sustain a long-term commitment. In 2021, they announced their separation. Though they maintained that they still had love and respect for each other, Musk and Grimes continued to co-parent their son, showing that even though their romantic relationship ended, they remained connected through their child. Their breakup was not as dramatic as some of Musk's past relationships, but it reinforced the idea that Musk's demanding lifestyle made it difficult for him to maintain a traditional partnership. Looking at Musk's history of relationships, a pattern emerges. He is someone who deeply values love and emotional connection, but struggles to balance it with his intense drive for success. His work is his passion, and his vision for the future often takes precedence over his personal life. This makes it challenging for any relationship to last. Despite his success, Musk has admitted in interviews that he does not like being alone. He has a deep desire for companionship, yet his relentless work ethic makes it difficult to sustain a romantic relationship. His partners have often spoken about how difficult it is to be with someone who is constantly working, thinking about the future, and solving global challenges. His relationships have all had common themes: intense passion, emotional depth, and eventual struggle due to his work commitments. While some of his past partners have moved on, others remain significant figures in his life. The one name that keeps coming up, even years after their breakup, is Talulah Riley. Unlike his other relationships, which ended on distant or uncertain terms, his connection with Riley has remained unique. Even after 2 divorces, they still speak highly of each other, and Musk has openly expressed that she holds a special place in his heart. This is what makes Musk's confession about the love of his life so interesting. After years of different relationships, marriages, and breakups, why does Riley still stand out? Why does Musk, even after all his experiences, still refer to her as the one? His words have sparked curiosity, making people wonder whether he has regrets, or if he has finally realized something about love that he hadn't before. As he reaches this stage in his life, with all his accomplishments, is he beginning to see that love is just as important as success? Is he reflecting on his past and recognizing that some connections are truly irreplaceable? Musk's admission at 53 is not just about love. It is about self-discovery. It shows that even someone as successful as he is still learning about what truly matters. His confession has given the world a new perspective on who he is, not just as a billionaire or an innovator, but as a man who has loved, lost, and possibly found clarity about what he truly wants in life. His journey through love has been filled with lessons, heartbreak, and profound connections, but in the end, one person still remains at the center of it all. Elon Musk's recent confession about the love of his life has left the world both intrigued and surprised. After years of high-profile relationships, unexpected breakups, and deep emotional struggles, Musk finally admitted that the person who still holds a special place in his heart is none other than Tallulah Riley. This revelation has made people look at his past relationships in a new light, questioning what made Riley different from the rest, and why Musk continues to regard her as someone irreplaceable. Given his long history of romance with well-known figures, this statement carries great weight. While the world speculated about Musk's next romantic interest, or wondered if his work was his greatest love, he instead pointed to a relationship that had already ended, yet clearly left a lasting impact on him. Musk and Riley's love story has always been unique. Unlike most of his other relationships, which ended in permanent separation, Riley remained a figure in his life even after their 2 divorces. Their relationship was full of ups and downs, but it was never short of deep affection and mutual respect. It all began in 2008, shortly after Musk's first marriage with Justine Wilson ended. At the time, Musk was at a critical point in his career. SpaceX was struggling to prove itself in the competitive space industry, and Tesla was facing serious financial troubles that threatened to shut the company down completely. It was one of the hardest times in his life, and amidst all this chaos, he met Riley. The British actress, who was carving her own path in Hollywood, found herself drawn to Musk's intelligence and ambition, while he was captivated by her elegance, kindness, and wit. Unlike many of the people in Musk's world, Riley was not from a tech or business background, which made their connection even more special. She saw Musk not just as an ambitious entrepreneur, but as a person with emotions, vulnerabilities, and dreams beyond just work. Their relationship progressed quickly, and in 2010, they got married. For a while, things seemed perfect. Riley was not just a supportive partner. She was someone who stood by Musk through the immense pressures of building a tech empire. She witnessed the stress, the financial instability, and the sleepless nights Musk endured as he fought to keep his dreams alive. Most people see Musk as the confident, almost unstoppable force behind Tesla and SpaceX, but Riley saw the struggles behind the success. She was there during the moments of doubt, the times when things weren't going well, and the years when Musk's entire career seemed like it could collapse at any moment. She was not just a romantic partner, she became his emotional anchor, a source of comfort in a world that constantly demanded his attention. However, being married to someone like Musk came with its own challenges. His workaholic nature, long hours, and obsessive focus on his companies left little time for a traditional married life. Riley, despite her patience and understanding, eventually began to feel the effects of being married to a man whose mind was constantly occupied with the future of technology and space exploration. By 2012, they decided to divorce, marking what many thought was the end of their relationship. But their love story didn't end there. Just a year later, in 2013, Musk and Riley found their way back to each other. Despite their differences, the connection between them had never truly faded. It was rare for Musk to open up emotionally, yet with Riley, there was always an understanding, a familiarity that drew them together again. They remarried, believing that perhaps this time they could make things work. For a while, their relationship seemed stronger than ever. Riley continued to support Musk through his growing empire, standing by him as Tesla gained worldwide recognition and SpaceX achieved groundbreaking milestones. However, despite their love and best efforts, the same struggles resurfaced. Musk's dedication to his work meant that he was often unavailable, mentally and physically, which made maintaining a balanced relationship incredibly difficult. By 2016, they made the heartbreaking decision to divorce for the second and final time. Even though their romantic relationship had come to an end, their deep bond remained. Unlike most divorces, which are often filled with bitterness or distance, Musk and Riley remained close. They continued to respect and care for each other, something that is rare in the world of high-profile relationships. Musk has spoken about Riley with warmth, acknowledging that she was one of the most significant people in his life. Riley, in turn, has never spoken negatively about Musk, instead describing him as a deeply driven and brilliant person with whom she shared an extraordinary chapter of her life. This level of mutual respect and affection, even after their marriage ended, is what makes their relationship so different from Musk's other romances. While his other relationships ended in complete separation, Riley remained a part of his life, even if only as a cherished memory. Musk's confession that Riley was the love of his life sheds light on how much she meant to him. It also raises the question of why, after all these years, he is acknowledging this now. Could it be that time has given him clarity? That only after experiencing other relationships, successes, and failures, he now sees the unique value of what he had with Riley? Love is a complicated thing, and sometimes people don't realize how much someone meant to them until they have stepped away from the situation and looked back with new perspective. It is possible that Musk, now at a different stage in his life, has come to recognize that what he shared with Riley was more than just a marriage. It was a partnership built on trust, support, and deep understanding. Another factor that might have influenced Musk's realization is the nature of his other relationships. Compared to his connection with Riley, his other romances had very different dynamics. His relationship with Grimes, for example, was exciting and unconventional, but it lacked the long-term stability and mutual grounding that he had with Riley. His marriage to Justine Wilson was an important chapter in his life, but it ended in a way that made it clear they were not meant to be together in the long run. Each relationship Musk has had taught him something about love, companionship, and the sacrifices required to maintain a partnership. And perhaps, after reflecting on these experiences, he has come to the conclusion that the relationship he had with Riley was the most meaningful of all. Musk's admission is also a reminder that love is not always about what lasts forever, but about what leaves the deepest impact. Even though his marriage to Riley ended, the connection they shared clearly had a profound effect on him. It shaped him, supported him through difficult times, and gave him something that no other relationship could fully replace. While they may have gone their separate ways, Riley remains a significant part of Musk's story, not just as an ex-wife, but as someone who played a crucial role in his life's journey. His revelation invites people to rethink the idea of love. Sometimes, the love of one's life is not the person they stay with forever, but the person who leaves an indelible mark on their heart. Musk's story is a testament to the idea that love does not always fit into a perfect narrative. It can be complex, filled with highs and lows, but still be one of the most powerful forces in a person's life. It also serves as a reminder that no matter how successful or intelligent someone is, love remains an essential part of the human experience. Musk may have achieved incredible things, but at the end of the day, he, like everyone else, longs for deep emotional connections. Musk's confession at 53 provides a rare glimpse into the emotional side of a man who is usually known for his logic and innovation. It shows that even the most brilliant minds are not immune to the complexities of love and relationships. His story is one of passion, struggle, and ultimately, realization. Whether or not he and Riley ever reconnect in the future, one thing is clear. She has left a lasting imprint on his heart, one that even time and distance have not been able to erase. Elon Musk's recent revelation about the love of his life has sparked curiosity and speculation, leading many to wonder why he chose to make this confession now at the age of 53. Musk has always been a private person when it comes to his emotions, keeping his personal life away from the spotlight despite his global fame. For years, his primary focus has been on innovation, technology, and shaping the future of humanity. Yet, despite all his groundbreaking work, he has now openly acknowledged the deep emotional connection he shared with Tallulah Riley, even years after their separation. This confession raises the question of why he chose this moment to reflect on his past relationships and admit that Riley remains the most significant person in his romantic history. His journey through love and relationships has been filled with ups and downs, but this moment of self-reflection suggests that Musk is beginning to look at his personal life with a new perspective. One possible reason for this confession is the natural process of aging and personal growth. As people get older, they often find themselves looking back on their past and evaluating what truly mattered in their lives. Musk has spent decades pushing the boundaries of technology, working relentlessly to achieve what others thought was impossible. His focus on his work has always been clear, but as he reaches a more mature stage in his life, he may be realizing that personal relationships hold a different kind of value that he did not fully appreciate before. The constant drive for success can sometimes overshadow emotional fulfillment, but eventually, even the most ambitious individuals take a step back and reflect on what gave them real happiness. For Musk, this moment of reflection might have led him to acknowledge that Riley was the one person who truly understood him in a way that no one else did. Another factor that could have influenced Musk's confession is the emotional cost of his career choices. Being the head of multiple companies, including Tesla and SpaceX, has required him to make sacrifices in his personal life. His work has always demanded his full attention, often at the expense of his relationships. Throughout his career, Musk has faced immense pressure, financial struggles, and the constant challenge of proving his vision to the world. During these difficult times, he needed someone who could provide emotional stability. And Riley was that person. She was there when Tesla was struggling to stay afloat, when SpaceX faced repeated failures, and when Musk was dealing with some of the most stressful moments of his life. While he has had other relationships, none seemed to offer the same level of emotional grounding that Riley did. Looking back now, Musk may be recognizing just how much her presence meant to him during those critical years. Musk's confession also raises the question of whether he has any regrets. Given his history of intense dedication to his work, it is possible that he now sees how his priorities may have affected his relationships. Riley was someone who loved and supported him, yet their marriage ended not once, but twice. The reason for their breakups was never a lack of love, but rather the overwhelming demands of Musk's work. He has often spoken about how difficult it is for him to balance a relationship with the responsibilities of running multiple companies. It is possible that, with time, he has come to realize that despite all his success, losing someone as significant as Riley was a personal loss that still affects him. While he continues to achieve great things in his career, there may be moments when he wonders what could have been if he had been able to give more attention to his personal life. His confession is also a rare moment of vulnerability from a man who is usually seen as an unstoppable force of innovation. Musk has always presented himself as someone focused on the future, constantly thinking about the next big thing. However, this admission about Riley shows a different side of him, a side that acknowledges the importance of love and emotional connection. Despite his achievements, this moment reminds the world that Musk is, at his core, a human being with emotions, regrets, and feelings just like anyone else. His success does not make him immune to longing for a meaningful connection, and his words reveal that love is something that even the most accomplished individuals cannot ignore. Musk's revelation allows people to see him in a new light, not just as a billionaire entrepreneur, but as a person who has experienced love, loss, and reflection. Another reason for Musk's confession could be the fact that, despite his success, relationships have always been a struggle for him. Unlike his work, which he has largely mastered, his personal life has been far more unpredictable. While he has been able to build rockets, electric cars, and artificial intelligence, he has not yet found a long-term romantic relationship that has lasted. His journey through love has been filled with passion and heartbreak, showing that even the most brilliant minds face difficulties when it comes to matters of the heart. His honesty about Riley suggests that he understands the impact she had on his life, and that, even though their marriage ended, she remains an important part of his journey. It also raises the possibility that Musk is beginning to value emotional connections more as he moves forward in life. Musk's confession has also sparked discussions about whether he still has feelings for Riley and if there is a possibility of them reconnecting. Although they have both moved on, the way he speaks about her suggests that she still holds a special place in his heart. While some may wonder if this confession is a sign that he hopes for another chance with Riley, it is equally possible that he simply wants to acknowledge the role she played in his life. Love does not always mean being together forever. Sometimes it is about recognizing the deep impact someone has had on you. Musk's words about Riley show that even after all these years, he still appreciates the time they spent together and the support she gave him during his most difficult moments. His admission also serves as a reminder that success and love do not always go hand in hand. Many people assume that wealth and fame make relationships easier, but Musk's story proves otherwise. Despite his achievements, he has struggled with love just like anyone else. His experiences highlight the reality that deep connections require time, effort, and attention, things that are difficult to maintain when one is constantly working on world-changing projects. His confession is a lesson that love is not something that can be easily replaced, even by success. It is a part of life that requires care, and once lost, it can leave a lasting impact. Musk's words also resonate with many people who have faced similar struggles in balancing their careers and personal lives. His story is a reflection of what happens when ambition and love collide, showing that even the most successful individuals have to make difficult choices. Many people can relate to the feeling of looking back on past relationships and wondering if they made the right decisions. His confession brings out the universal truth that love, no matter how complicated, remains one of the most significant experiences in life. His willingness to speak about Riley in such an open way suggests that, despite everything, love is still something he values deeply. As Musk continues to shape the future of technology, this confession adds a new layer to his story. It reminds the world that behind all the headlines, innovations, and ambitious plans, there is a man who has loved and lost, just like anyone else. His journey through relationships has been filled with challenges, but his recent words show that love is something that has stayed with him, even as his career has soared to unimaginable heights. Whether or not he and Riley ever reconnect, one thing is certain: she has left a lasting imprint on his life, and no amount of success can change that. Musk's confession at 53 is not just a statement about his past love. It is a reminder that even the most brilliant minds are still searching for the one thing that truly completes them. Love in all its complexities, is as important as any scientific breakthrough, and Musk's words serve as proof that no one, no matter how successful, is immune to its power.